Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be the first episode in a series of episodes for those who are just beginning Dead by Daylight. Whether you've never picked up the game before, or you're just starting out, this can be a little bit helpful to you. Episode 1 is going to focus on the slang/lingo used by the DBD community. Most of these are ones that I wish I had known starting out, so if I miss any or you'd like me to clarify on some, let me know in the comments below. First, let's start with teabagging. Teabagging is spamming crouch, and this can be used to be friendly or not friendly. It can be used to spot a friend in your Swift or your Survive with Friends, or just another fellow survivor. It can also be used as a sign of thanks as well. Alternately, it can be used to provoke or taunt the killer and could be seen as bad manners or what is also referred to as BMing. Next, let's talk about Sabo and body blocking. This is a popular combo to prevent the survivor from being hooked. Sabo, or sabotage, refers to using a toolbox or Jake Park's perk Saboteur to break a hook, preventing it from respawning. Body blocking is standing in front of the killer to block them from a few things: hooking, downing, or injuring a survivor. Let's talk about sandbagging. This can be accidental or intentional. Sandbagging can be a few things, such as bringing the killer to another survivor, blocking them in front of the killer, or, alternately, selfishly getting them injured to ensure your escape. Now, this does happen from time to time, and again, it could very well be an accident, but if it looks intentional, this could also be seen as bad manners or a BM. Next up is a very common strategy used by some killers called camping. Now, this has a wide variety of niches and nuances, but camping is referred to when a killer is not leaving the hook. Essentially, the killer is refusing to take new chases in hopes to get the survivor on the hook out of the game, or to get an altruistic survivor to unhook for the trade, getting downed to trade places with the hook survivor. Proxy camping is when the killer is not in your direct vicinity, but is still within terror radius, trying to keep an eye on the hook instead of going for another chase. Many will stay around the hook, but not committing to any chase, just waiting for another survivor to get close enough for that trade. Face camping is intentional and is seen as a BM. This is when the killer is looking directly at you while you are currently on the hook. This could be used to taunt the survivor or just a way of them to BM as well. Next is going to be a Kobe or a 4%. This is when you are able to yeet yourself off first hook, the only hook state where this occurs, to unhook yourself without another survivor. It is called a 4% because there is a 4% chance that this will happen in the game to any survivor unless you have perks like Deliverance or Slippery Meat. Next is throwing Shack or God Pallet. The pallet in the killer shack is called Shack/God Pallet. This is because this is a valuable pallet. The shack, if looped well, can be very, very strong for chases, so saving shack pallet for emergency use or a guaranteed stun might be a smart idea. Next is wiggling. This is when you hit your struggle skill checks to wiggle off the killer's shoulder, preventing you from being hooked and giving you another opportunity to go into chase or escape from the killer. This is also very rare occurrence without perks like boil over, flip flop, or power struggle. Next is going to be sticking the gen. This means that even though the killer is close and in terror radius, you finish the gen. You stick it out and finish it because losing the gen is usually worse than taking a hit. Now this may feel self-explanatory, but the next up is going to be 360. This is when you go in a circle with your survivor and cause the killer to miss their hit due to the unpredictable motion. This is a tool that, with practice, becomes very, very important and great to extend your chases. Next up is a 3-gen. There are 7 generators on every map, and 5 need to be powered to escape. If you do not coordinate well or pay attention to which gens have been completed, you may find yourself 3-genned, meaning there are 3 generators in close proximity, making it harder for the survivors to escape and easier for the killers to stay around the 3-gen to get more kills or stop the game progress entirely. This happens very easily, and that is why you need to be diligent and know when the gens are being finished and where they are on the map. "90-90 the gate." 90-90 the gate is when you open the gate 99% of the way, but you do not open it. A good indicator of if the gate is 99 is if when you tap the action button quickly and release it, it will not open, but the bar does not move anymore. This is a good strategy to stall for time and prevent the end game collapse. This time can be used to heal, make a game plan, or find hexes that might be in play to stall the game. Last but not least is farming. Farming is a general term referred to befriending the killer and farming for blood points. This can be a really cute way to play the game where you, the killers, and all the other survivors can rack up blood points. Some examples of farming can be friendly pointing to either the killer or other survivors, trading hooks, also playing with the killers and their abilities. These opportunities are very rare and far and in between, but they are always a fun time. You will usually know if the killer or the survivors are farming. Lots of memes, lots of pointing, lots of fun to be had all around. I want to thank you guys so much for sticking around for this part of the video. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask them down in the comment section below. The next installment will be nicknames for survivor perks, as well as survivor lingo that I feel like you might need to know. Bye, besties!